the winter season can be scary. So if you got respiratory illnesses, and what do you do? How do you manage things? And then just with the circulation of COVID and new bugs, RSV, just started spiking a few weeks ago. It's a big disruption in our kind of normal cycle rhythm of viruses. So, hey everyone, this is Dr. Barrett. I'm a board-certified chiropractic physician with a passion and emphasis in functional nutrition. We can't wait to add value to your health as well as the health of your family. Thanks for listening in to the Real Health Podcast.
Hey, before we jump into today's episode, do me a favor. If you like this episode and you like hearing from Dr. B, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram. We're really trying to get this health movement out. So without further ado, let's get to today's episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Health Podcast with Dr. B. This is your host, Lane. We have landed on episode 23. We are entering the fall season. Dr. Barrett is ready to talk about the upcoming season with immunity support, and this is going to be a really good one. Dr. Barrett, welcome to the episode 23, almost a year into this.
Let's go.
It's cool.
That's cool.
It is. Before we jump in, though, real quick, I want to run over some things that you got going on. We spoke about it last episode, so make sure you go and listen to kind of the full description of the Armor Nutrition course that they're coming out with Dr. Barrett and his staff. It's launching on 10/19. The best way for you to sign up is go to armornutritionknox.com, book a consult, and then you will have an initial call with Caitlin, correct?
Yeah, no cost consultation to see if you're a good fit for our program. So it's an exclusive online program that we're only taking about 20 clients through a journey of just recreating their health, breaking old habits, bad eating habits, bad health habits, and establishing new ones. So it's a 6-month program. And so, the consultation is really just see if you're a good fit for the program. But Armor Nutrition Knox with a K, like Knoxville.com, is where you can just schedule a free consult. And then October 19th is when we launch. And then we just kind of walk you on a journey of recreating new healthy habits. It's an all online virtual program, but there's like lab testing involved that we do. It's part of the program. It's really cool, really innovative, and we're excited about it.
What's cool about this is there's so many people that listen to this that are not patients of yours, and this is a way that they can now start to work with you in a virtual environment.
Yeah, right now we're on multiple, I don't know how many months out that we're on a waiting list right now to get in. So this is a way that you can get in and pretty much just get access to what we do at a super discounted cost because we're already pre-writing it. So we've put all the legwork in it, and now it's just very streamlined so we can integrate it with anyone.
That's awesome. 10/19, armornutritionknox.com. Book a consult and get into that. 10/25, October 25th, workshop, 4th trimester. So moms of all ages. Real quick, 30 seconds. What is this workshop?
Yeah, I had a vision for creating a workshop for moms that are like a month postpartum to like 20 years postpartum. I know that sounds silly, but a lot of moms, they don't think about their health maybe for 15, 20 years after the last baby.
It's good.
And their thyroid is jacked up, their hair's thin, they have low energy, they sleep terrible. And so we just want to help equip moms in the 4th trimester, which pretty much is, hey, you had your last baby. Or, hey, maybe you just had a baby and you just need help learning how to replenish what that parasite took away, which is called a child.
I will say this. My wife and I, Chelsea, are a year post, and we have been under Dr. Barrett's, but Chelsea's been under Dr. Barrett's chiropractic care, and he has assisted Chelsea in this so-called 4th trimester. And if you're listening to this right now and you are not a patient of Dr. Barrett's, or you live in the Knoxville area, or if you live somewhere further, I encourage you to come to this because he has walked side by side and added so much value to my wife's life. I am forever grateful for that. So I'm excited for that workshop.
Cool, man. Yeah, we are too. It's just it's free. We don't charge for it. It's just to help moms. That's really what our heart is.
The fall season is coming up.
Yeah, fall and winter's coming up.
So let's talk about it. Immune support leading up to the season ahead.
Yeah, so this was on my heart when you asked me what the next episode was going to be because we just finished up kind of a hormone series. So I was just thinking about, hey, it's never too early to start thinking about the winter season. And this can be anxious for a lot of people. We can, just based on our old health journey that we've all been down, whether it's through personally or through our kids, the winter season can be scary. So if you got respiratory illnesses, and what do you do? How do you manage things? And then just with the circulation of COVID and new bugs, RSV, just started spiking a few weeks ago. It's a big disruption in our kind of normal cycle rhythm of viruses. So I was just thinking about doing an episode to help people really just think ahead and what are some steps you need to start taking today to help create a healthy immune system for you and your kids here in a couple months.
I would imagine what you're about to speak to is probably something that you are already practicing with your family and yourself.
Yes. Everything we really talk about is something I've either, tested, tried, or I'm currently doing. Mm-hmm.
I would argue that a lot of people maybe don't think about immune support when it comes to the season ahead. They don't even think that I need to worry about my immune support this far out. But what you're saying is you should. Like, you should be doing this now.
Yeah, so one example of it, and we're just going to give you the first point, is vitamin D. You can't raise your vitamin D levels in a day. So you need to test it today so that you can spend a couple months in bringing your vitamin D levels up. Now, a lot of practitioners will run that, but if they don't, we'll run it for you. So just reach out to us. We can easily write you a script, go get that run locally at Quest Diagnostics. But vitamin D is huge. We need it to be around 70 to 80. So a lot of people's, when they run it and we see it, it's 50, 40, 30, 20, even in the teens.
Even in the summer?
Even in the summer, yeah, because a lot of people use sunscreen. And not to laugh at that, because I get it.
This is crazy. So now that we've done this for a year, if you go back and listen to all of our episodes, we had an episode where we were talking about sunscreen.
We did.
And you told me to put coconut oil in.
Yep.
So I didn't put 1 ounce of sunscreen on my body this entire year, and I didn't burn one time.
And wow, man, that's amazing. That's cool.
I'm not advocating for that. If you're listening to this right now, I was smart about it. But
right. No, yeah, absolutely. If you're going to be on a boat in the middle of the ocean for 6 hours, you're probably, like I wear long clothing.
Yeah.
Like that's my sunscreen, right? And so, you want to be smart about it. But if you're just bouncing around town or you're out in the park or field for an hour, you don't need sunscreen. So, but vitamin D. And then also you're immune compromised. A lot of people are dealing with a bunch of stealth pathogens and eating poorly and are really low fat. So like vitamin D has a cholesterol backbone. So if you don't eat cholesterol, you won't make vitamin D. Mm. So, you go to your doctor and say, oh,
you got high cholesterol.
Yeah, don't eat.
No bacon.
Nope. So, if you're not eating a bunch of butter, then you're not going to make cholesterol. If you're not eating a bunch of yolk eggs, you're not gonna make vitamin D. You're not gonna have cholesterol to make vitamin D. So, those are a couple reasons. But test it so we know where you're at, and then we can dose accordingly. Because you don't want to just take 1,000 IUs if you need 10,000 IUs, or if you need 5,000 or 20,000. So I would say the first hack is test your vitamin D now. And then whatever your level is, work with your functional practitioner, or let us know when you're in the office. We'll run it for you, and we'll look at it, and we'll let you know your dosage on vitamin D. And one of my favorites brands is Designs for Health. They make what's called a Hypo Emulsi D3. So it's an emulsified vitamin D. It's a liquid, absorbs really, really quickly. Doesn't affect liver issues. Doesn't cause liver issues at all, and you can get your vitamin D levels back up pretty quick.
You are starting to allow the listeners to get the supplements that you speak about on the podcast. That's correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can get that now in the show notes. If you're listening to this, we're going to link in the show notes. If Dr. Barrett speaks about a supplement that he likes and that he trusts, you're going to be able to link that and find that in the show notes.
Yeah, so with all my most of my functional medicine clients that are not local, I just put together full script accounts for them. And then they just order pretty much what I upload for them. So, that's easy. I'll just put a full script link in there, and then you can just make your patient profile so you can get physician, certified supplements that I trust, and that really, because not all vitamin D is the same, that will actually do a level of service that you need. So get your vitamin D levels checked and then dose accordingly. Don't just blindly dose vitamin D.
Perfect. Number 2, or the next point?
So respiratory is probably the biggest concern for moms, dads, and kids. So respiratory means like if you've got a lower respiratory infection, then we need to protect the lungs and we need to clear out congestion. So I recommend today buying a nebulizer. Just go on Amazon. It's like $60-$70 usually, maybe $80 for just a nebulizer. A nebulizer is just you have a little medicine cup. You just put saline solution in, so you can get little salt saline solution packs that you squirt in there, and you nebulize. You literally breathe in salt water, and salt is very good for the lungs. Decreases inflammation, helps expel congestion. So it's great for kids, great for asthmatics, great for anyone with like COPD or emphysema. And so even just daily for wellness, you can literally just nebulize yourself every single day with just salt. If you live in an ocean area, that's why respiratory illnesses are so low on the beach. But we get in the Valley of Knoxville, and you're going to get junked up. So I really, really, really recommend a nebulizer, especially because then if you do have some type of respiratory illness, you can use the saline solution, okay? And then you can add like a few drops of liquid iodine to it, or you can add a few, like half a dropper of colloidal silver to it. And you can actually nebulize silver as an antibacterial, antiviral, and you get the salt in it at the same time. So you're literally putting it right in the lungs where it should be. And it's great for infants and babies, children, toddlers, as well as adults. So getting a nebulizer today, having it at home, ready to rock and roll, is really, really important for the season ahead.
Could you send me, and we can give it to the listeners, one on Amazon that maybe you would recommend? Because then I can put that in the show notes as well.
Sure.
I've talked with people out that are listeners of The Real Health, and 9 times out of 10, these are the type of episodes that they love the most.
That's
and
cool.
when they can get the products that you recommend and they can look at it. So I think that would be valuable. Then I'll do that in the show notes too.
You got it. So then the third hack is we've got vitamin D, that's more lower respiratory, although it does go through the nasal cavity. The upper respiratory tract needs to be supported too, which is kind of the sinus cavity. So I recommend getting a sinus irrigation system. And one of my favorites is the Sinugator, 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 go Gators. And so the Sinugator is it's a pulsed water irrigation system where you put it in one nostril and it shoots water out the other side. It comes with salt packs, so you just put in like a distilled water salt pack and you just flush your sinuses every single day. That's just going to clear out a lot of viruses. Viral loads really start in the nose and they just hang out there. So immunity starts in the nose and mouth. Okay, that's the first line of defense. So if you keep that area clean and healthy, it actually helps with decrease of actual big-time viral loads and illnesses. So daily sinus irrigation is really huge. And if you're like, dude, that's just not me, I'm freaked out. I've heard that many times. Like, I don't want to do sinus irrigation neti pot. Okay, here's another option. And again, I can put it in the full script with vitamin D, but it is it's a nasal colloidal silver based spray. So you literally can just spray each nostril a couple times every single morning and night before bed. Okay. And it kills pathogens, viruses, bacteria, and even mold in the sinus cavity.
All right, I'm going to ask you this question. And we joke about this, about the silver. If you know Dr. Barrett or you are a patient of his, things can be fixed by silver.
A lot of
They
things.
can. What is silver? If someone's like, what is he talking about? I still don't even know. And we're really good friends. What is silver?
So silver is a metal. It's in the periodic table of elements. So it's like an element.
Yeah.
And so it's an element that when you consume it, and most of them are water based. So they're bound to a water molecule. When you consume it, it penetrates because of its charge, because of its molecular charge, it penetrates viral walls like an electron. It pierces them and kills them. Because viruses and bad bacteria have a certain electrical charge to them. So it's kind of like magnets. Think of it that way, like opposites attract.
Okay.
So it's almost like this magnet that goes in and tries to find its polar opposite and will attach to it and kill it.
Okay.
Versus if you have, two of the same, they'll not obviously connect. So it's not going to harm anything good in your body and will only kill everything bad. And when it's a water-soluble form, you can literally drink a gallon of it and not have any issues. You just pee it out like 6 hours later, and it'll just circulate through the body 6-7 times and kill all these pathogens.
And
so it's great for infants, like phenomenal for newborns.
We use it all the time.
And then on top of that, you can do the topical silver gel instead of antiseptics and antibacterial agents.
I just laugh because...
Am I excited about it?
No, it works, first off. Firsthand, it works. We've done it for like 3 years now. But it's a running joke that it's like, well, if something's... Just put silver on it, you're fine.
It's so true.
But it works.
It's so true. So a lot of people, and this is maybe, I was thinking about this as being the fourth point, but a lot of people will create issues. So your skin is an immune barrier. So if you have like cracked, dry skin, that's not good for your immune system. So you want to make sure your skin is really coated well through like a dry winter season. So make sure you're using coconut oil, shea butter, whatever suits your fancy. But instead of using products that dry your skin out that are alcohol-based, antibacterial agents, for instance, use colloidal silver gel, ACS. It's ACS silver gel from Results RNA. You can put it on your hands as a natural antibacterial. That's not going to kill anything bad, and it has glutathione in it that helps with skin repair. So it's great for like eczema and zits on the face and acne and all that kind of stuff. But that's a great antibacterial agent as well.
Yeah, that does work. We have that big, huge tube in our house. Test vitamin D, nebulizer, Sinugator, silver, what else as far as what could someone do today right now?
So I would, one of my kind of go-to immune support products, and because you don't want to use like echinacea every day, you don't want to use elderberry every day because research shows the efficacy of elderberry wanes over time. So you don't want to use herbs that are super stimulating to the immune system. So what's like a daily immune support product that kind of covers your base and you can use with kids and adults? That's like my, and you don't have to take 10 different things, right? Because immunity is like, I take vitamin C, zinc, quercetin, right? You take like 10 different immune support products. Are they even doing anything? I don't know. Okay. So there's a phenomenal product on the market called BioFizz Immune.
God, so good.
And so it's a little powder that you put in water and you shake it up in like a blender bottle. And you just drink that every day. And it gives you high dosage of vitamin C, zinc, gives you a little vitamin D. It gives you some anti-inflammatories and antioxidants. It gives you that quercetin, which is that product that a lot of people are kind of knowing about now because of COVID. It pulls zinc into your respiratory cells. So it's that zinc carrier.
That product got real popular during COVID.
It did, and really kind of came out for viral loads. So that's what we use a few times a week for our kids, and even daily for myself, is that BioFizz Immune. And then if there is an illness, then we dose it a little bit higher, 2 to 3 times a day, and kind of overcome that illness a little bit faster. But
we have that in our house, and anytime if we have a stuffy nose, it's like, if we don't have it, it's like, Barry, do you have it? Barry, can we borrow a scoop? That stuff, I mean, that stuff works too.
Yeah, and so now we've been able to cover the family with just general immune support, looking at vitamin D, making sure those levels, because there is plenty of evidence that shows if your vitamin Ds are optimal, vitamin D levels are optimal, you have really a decrease in time at which you're ill if you do get a virus. And then the simple things like nebulizing and sinus irrigation, or like a colloidal silver nasal spray, silver gel for the hands, BioFizz Immune support. That's really going to, get you moving in the right direction, kind of create an arsenal for you. And then obviously everything else that we talk about. Eat clean, move your body, be outside in the sun as much as you can, right? Decrease stress, decrease sugar. Those are just the obvious ones that we always talk about, so it's pointless to kind of reiterate those and talk about those. So we wanted to kind of give you more hacks today.
That's perfect. Dr. Barrett, thanks so much for this immune support for the season ahead. We will make sure that we tag in the show notes everything that we talked about today, especially the full script thing. Go in there. Before you hit X, because I know you're about to hit X, make sure that if you are interested in the Armor Nutrition Knox, make sure you go to the website armornutritionknox.com, book a consult, and then put it on your calendar, October 25th, Moms of All Ages, 4th trimester, with Dr. Barrett and the staff. Hey, is that going to be here at Armor or the Health Factory?
Health Factory.
It's going to be at the Health Factory.
It
Okay,
is.
So 1025 is at the Health Factory out on Alcoa Highway. And if you guys have any recommendations or any thoughts on future episodes of the Real Health Podcast, DM us on Instagram, or if you come in here and you see Dr. Barrett, put it down with the ladies, and we can talk about that on future episodes. You good?
Or even one of my patients said, hey, it'd be great if we could just ask you questions. If you have questions, and
that's good.
They actually made a comment and said, Lane does a really good job at asking the questions I want to ask. So kudos to you on that. But there are still unasked questions that we want to answer. We want to answer those. Yeah. And so on future episodes, we're going to take maybe the first couple minutes and just, instead of like a get to know me, we'll do a answer podcast questions. So just direct message the Real Health Podcast Instagram. That'd be great.
Or if you want to message Armor Health maybe and the Health Factory, there are 3 Instagrams really. Yep. I mean, would you be okay
Any
with
of
that?
them. Yes, the team will provide all the questions that come through.
Love that idea. Guys, thanks so much for listening to the Real Health Podcast with Dr. B, and we hope this added value, and we'll see you next episode.
Before you hit X, hold on 1 second. Hey, thanks so much for listening to the podcast today with Dr. B. 2 things that would really help the Real Health Podcast movement. 1, share it on your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever you're on a social network. And 2, if you go to Apple Podcast and you scroll down, give us a 5-star rating and give us a review. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll see you next episode.